My day starts with a good morning mommy, good morning daddy, coffee in one hand and the Times of India newspaper in another. My daddy looks up to me and as always I go sit next to him. While I have my breakfast, he reads out the happenings in current affairs in India and all over the world. But today, I noticed something completely different. He entirely skipped the front page. I asked him the reason for this. Daddy, why did you skip the front page? That's when he told me. These days, I stopped reading the front page. It's filled with horrible news, such as 8-man gang raped a young woman in Delhi. An 18-month-old baby was killed in Kolkata. Not even a 65-year-old grandmother was spared in Kharagpur. Respected panel of judges, contest chair, Yavaliers and everyone who's here. Good evening. Good evening. In my house, there's a total contrast with these two individuals. My dad, who is born and brought up in India and who always talks about India in great heights, and myself, who is born and brought up in Doha and has no idea of what's happening in India. I asked my dad, why is the situation so worse all of a sudden? My dad said, it's not all of a sudden. It was happening. It's just that we are seeing the effects of it now. The reason is the death of moral values. I understood nothing what he said. I mean, death of moral values? My dad told me. Moral values is one's personal belief on what they should do and what they should not do. A building cannot be strong if its foundation is not strong. Same like that. A child cannot grow up to be a good human being if he's not taught moral values from the very beginning. He continued. India has a colorful history. The characters of the Hindu mythologies. Ekalaya and Dronacharya, the finest example of student-teacher relationship. Krishna and Sudama, the epitome of friendship. People were very good at heart that time because they were taught moral values from the very beginning. But today, people have no values. There's a strong need for imparting value-based education system in our societies, especially at school-based levels. The government is spending a lot of money to provide education to us. But at the same time, the crime rate is also increasing alarmingly. Heights of contradiction, isn't it? The reason? What government is providing is qualifications and degrees. But what the government should be providing is education with values. Education, value without education is not only useless, but it is also completely dangerous, like politics without principle. He continued. Value-based education system will strengthen the youth's character, which is one of the answers faced by many of the Indians today. While I was getting ready to go to school, I had made up my mind to spread the message what my dad had taught me, the value of values. I am convinced that value-based education system will lead us to a society where everybody loves each other and cares for each other. My fellow students, we are the future for tomorrow. Don't you desire to live in a world free from hatred, corruption, A world where everybody loves each other, respects each other. While the government is doing their part, let's do ours. Spread the message of values. I'm already seeing a beautiful world out there where everybody loves each other, where tolerance and love is respected, where words such as hatred, corruption, dishonesty is only found in history textbooks and dictionaries.